All right, so we got Milo here with me today. And Milo, we got to tell him about, because we got a special type of video today. We're obviously going to be doing a Transfer Tuesday, so we'll talk about that. Wait. Gotta wait. You gotta wait. But we're also going to be answering a few questions from the comments. As I realize we got some new subscribers here, so I got to talk about some things I haven't mentioned in a while. All right, Milo, you can have your treat. You've been patient. Go on. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael. I've recently paid off $140,000 worth of student loan debt, and I'm now debt-free from student loans, but I am now on a journey to increasing my net worth to be valued at over $1 million. Now, as I mentioned in the intro to this video, hopefully it's not going to be too long, but I do want to address some other things in this Transfer Tuesday that I have not talked about in several months, as I know I have quite a few new subscribers on this channel. And some of you guys have started following me post my debt payoff journey. And that's totally fine and grand. I'm so thankful you guys are here. But that probably means that you're not familiar with some things that my longtime subscribers and viewers know about me, such as how much money I make, what type of job do I have, how many sources of income I do have. Because I have gotten recently in the comment section some people asking, your goal is to transfer $3,000 a month. How are you able to do that? What's your income like? I don't typically talk about that stuff on this channel, but today I'm going to be diving into that briefly, hopefully. Okay, so the first thing I want to address right off the bat has to do with giving you guys a little bit of a backstory as to my situation. As I've recently seen quite a few people in the comments section, sorry I don't have any shout outs today regarding comments, but I've seen quite a few people say things like, my dog wants another treat. What's your income like? How are you able to transfer $3,000 a month? You said that's your goal, to transfer $3,000 both to investments and savings. What's your income like that you can do that? What do you do for work? So I'm going to start off today's video with addressing those two things by giving you guys a little bit of a backstory. So back when I had my $140,000 worth of student loans to pay off, I had just kind of determined in my head that I just set that number, $3,000 every single month was going to be transferred to either, while the deferment was going on, remember that time, into my Ally Savings Bank, or it was going to be transferred to, at the time, Nelnet, which was the student loan provider, once the deferment ended. And I just kind of set that as a baseline for me to do, $3,000 every single month. And the way I was able to pay that was I typically have two major forms of income. One is my W-2 income earning job. That's my career. I'm an occupational therapist, and I work particularly in home care. So I travel around in my small city to different people's houses every single day who have come home from the hospital, and I provide occupational therapy. The job is basically commission-based, so the busier the week, the healthier and juicier the paychecks will be every other week when I get paid. The second form of income I have is also along the lines of occupational therapy, and that is that I am a self-contracted per diem worker of my county, and I provide occupational therapy in a school-based settings mostly. I can go to people's homes, but I don't typically do that for reasons I'm not going to discuss in this video. But I work with preschool-aged kids, so usually between the ages of 3 to early 5-year-olds. And that's my per diem work. And on a typical month, so I usually don't talk numbers here with my income, but I'm going to do so. On a typical month with my regular W-2 income earning job, this is post-tax, my total amount of income can look anything like $4,200 a month to, let's say, $4,600 a month. That's post-tax. We're not going to talk about pre-tax with my W-2 income earning job because that will make me cry. With my per diem work, that varies quite a bit. I'm going to kind of give an average of what it's been with the last school year in mind, because obviously over the summer, my per diem work stopped because it only runs with the school year. So I have a similar amount of students this year as I did towards the end of last school year. Usually, give or take, on average, it can range anywhere from like $2,500 a month to my biggest paycheck I received at the end of last year. I think was close to, it was like 5,000 something odd dollars. So it can vary pretty heavily, and those are paid on a monthly basis, not bi-weekly or weekly. So like I said, I don't usually talk about income on this channel because it's not something I feel comfortable flaunting. But I have had people ask me, okay, so how are you able to transfer and invest and save $3,000 every single month? What's your income look like? And so that's why I share this information. It's in no way to gloat or put other people down or make myself feel any better. For some of you, those numbers might be astounding, and for others of you, that could be like, whoa, that's all you make. I don't know where you're at in that boat. So that's how I'm able to transfer $3,000 every single month. My monthly expenses, now that my debt is paid off, is usually around $2,100, give or take. That is, of course, the bare minimum. That's like the bills that are due every month. That doesn't include things that we buy on Amazon and those impulse buys that you make at Aldi's and Dollar General. I do need to calculate those and add that to the equation, but on a typical month, it's usually between $2,100 and $2,200 for my expenses, which I know some of you are saying, okay, so that seems like there's a lot of extra income there. You said you transfer $3,000 a month. Where's the rest of it? Ever since paying off my federal student loans, I have been a little bit more open-handed with my money, meaning that we went on a very nice vacation to the Grand Tetons. Look at that, I'm wearing the sweatshirt today, as I discussed in my last video. And also at the time of me paying off those government student or federal student loans, which, remind you, that was $3,000 every single month that I was putting towards those. At the time when I paid them off, it was also during a time when I was not receiving any per diem income. So I haven't really had a month yet where I'm getting those big, juicy paychecks for my per diem work and also some big, juicy paychecks with my W-2 income. Hopefully that's what I experience this coming fall. So I haven't really had that experience like I just described, but I have been a little bit more willing to spend money since I don't have any of my student loan debt to pay off. I just have my mortgage, which some of you have asked, by the way, just to throw that out there. It's $1,051 a month, my mortgage. So in case you're wondering, I think it's like a 3% interest rate. So that's where I'm at with my current story with my finances. And the reason I explain every week, the reason I make these videos and the reason I do transfers is to make sure that I'm not just spending all my money on things that I really don't need or I like to spend on for fun, and making sure that I have kind of a secure financial future with saving up for expensive purchases and saving up for potential investment opportunities while also investing in my 401k and Roth IRA while I'm at it. Before we get into the actual Transfer Tuesday today, I don't mean to ramble on and waste your guys' time. I know this video is going to be a little bit longer than my typical ones, but one of the things that has actually been really cool about paying off that debt is that I was very disciplined, very consistent while doing it. I had a 10-month streak, I think was my longest streak of $3,000. So I was very consistent with that. And so now I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break with my finances, not being so heavy-handed with myself. I do obviously need to get back into being a little bit more disciplined with my money, but had to do a little bit of celebration, went on a great vacation. Also, that little bit of extra income that it's like, where'd it go? That's allowed me to pursue some of my interests and hobbies. Just throw it out there really quick, because this is not what the channel's about, but I do woodworking, and I specifically have gotten into actually making guitars, which it can be expensive. It can be cheaper than buying your own, but also can be more expensive depending on what you do. Stick around towards the end of the video if you would actually like to have me show you guys what I built. I'm quite proud of it for being my first guitar and first big major woodworking project, but that stuff can be expensive, so it's nice having a little bit of extra income over these past few months. My dog just sneezed. Over these past few months that I haven't really had to worry about paying towards debt. All right, so we have two different transfers in today's Transfer Tuesday. Once again, I'm just trying to be consistent with my finances, making sure that I'm saving for the expenses that are coming up, so that I have sinking funds and I don't go into debt with expensive purchases that we need to make, such as replacing a vehicle. So this first transfer in today's second Transfer Tuesday for the month of September is a transfer of $250 to my Ally Savings Bank account. It's a high interest earning account. I like using them. I like using the platform. Gets 4.1% interest every single month. So I like using it. It comes in handy. My dog wants some good pets. No, what he wants is the rest of this treat. So $250 to my Ally Savings Bank, and hopefully you guys can see somewhere up on the screen, I have a screenshot. I believe I put $200 of that to designate into the bucket labeled vehicle. So you guys can see that, which I think I'm now up to $4,950 saved up for a vehicle. Still got a little bit of ways to go. Just going to kind of keep saving until we absolutely need a vehicle. So that's the plan. And then the other remaining $50 is going towards the Christmas fund, which I think is at like $450. We don't go too crazy for Christmas. And really the sinking fund there is just to kind of lighten the burden, lighten the load on shopping for presents and stuff like that. Moving on to the final and last transfer in today's Transfer Tuesday, and that is moving money from my local bank account to my M1 Finance account. And hopefully I'll be able to display you guys some of the screenshots here. You guys can see the transfer. I transferred $250. I don't know why I chose $250 again. I think I did $250 last week, so I'm going to do $250 this week and then maybe $250 next week. But $250 going towards my M1 Finance. And I also put up a screenshot of my not year to date, but the current value of my Roth IRA account. It's nothing to really gawk at. I think there's like 6,400 something odd dollars in there, or valued at 600, 400 something odd dollars. I have to be honest with you guys, the last two transfers I have made on this channel, like transferring my money to the account, I forgot to then go and invest. And put down in the comment section if you have ever done that. You move money to your investment account and then forget to actually invest it. I guess that's a good reason to have auto invest on. Like if it's at a certain threshold, it will just invest the money for you. But I went in there and it was like $500 that I had forgot to put a buy order on in my M1 Finance account. So yeah, write down in the comment section if I'm hopefully not the only person to ever do that. So as promised, for those of you who stuck around to the end, nothing too special here, but this is what I've been doing the last, well, basically since paying off my federal student loans, putting money towards woodworking tools and so that I can build guitars. And this is the first one. So obviously, if you know anything about guitars, it's based off a Fender Strat. And I really like it. It's fun to play, and it actually plays pretty well. Not going to do it on the channel because I'm not that great of a guitarist, but I've always liked guitars, and paying off my debt has allowed me to pursue a hobby that I never thought I would be able to do. So thank you guys so much for sticking around for my journey and sticking around for my new journey here of trying to hit a net worth of $1 million. Got a little bit of ways to go. I plan on making another net worth update video so you guys can see how close I am or how far away I am on my $1 million journey. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Stick around. We got a long and exciting process to go. Take care.